Hello, today we are going to discuss about the series RLC circuit. Now for that we are going to construct a series RLC circuit. Now for that take the voltage source. This is the voltage source we have taken. Put the escape button. Now take the R. Now it rotate it 3 times. First, second, third. This I will tell you afterwards why 3 times. This is the R, and then take L also, and then rotate 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And for C also do it same manner. This is the capacitance we have taken. This is we have taken the all the component RLC. Now we are going to connect it with the wire. This is the wire we are going to make the connection. Now from R to L and from L to C and from C to your source. Now this is the connection that we have done, but we need to provide the ground part. So from here we will take the ground and put over here, and then we will be connecting with the wire. This is the wire we are connecting. Now this is your complete circuit. Now what we are going to take R we have taken around 20 ohm. L we are going to take 0.2 Henry. This is 0.2 Henry, and capacitance it is 100 microfarad that we have taken. And at which voltage we are going to simulate the AC voltage that we are going to give, it is 220 volt that we get in our domestic supply. Now we are going to calculate the power factor. Easily we can calculate the voltage, current and power factor, but just by clicking one simulation. Now go to simulate, edit simulate, go to AC analysis, type of sweep, give it linear, number of points. At one point you have to calculate a start frequency. It must be 50 because this is the domestic supply we have taken. The domestic supply is 50 Hertz, and stop frequency will be also 50 because we need to calculate at one point. So put OK. Now put over here and run it. Now you will get this result. Now if you see this result very nicely, now see, this is the 50 Hertz that at which we have operated. This is the supply voltage that we have given. It is calculating this value Vn 001. Now if you see, the current across the RLC circuit will be same. The current of IR1 must be equal to current of IL1 and must be equal to current of IC1. If you see, this is IC1, IL1, R1 having the same current. What is that magnitude? It is around 6 ampere, or precise if you see 5.963. This is the current that we are going to get, and it is lagging with the voltage is of 220 volt. See voltage and phase angle 0. This is the voltage, and the current we are getting, current will be same. What is the current? 6 ampere with the angle of 57.1709. This is 220 volt and this is the 6 ampere. This will be our, the current is lagging by 56.1709. and what will be the power factor? If you take cos of this angle, it is going to give you, it is 0.54. so this is the power factor at which this circuit is operating. Now if you see the current across IV1, it is 122.829. in simulator it takes the current this way, that is why it is giving the 180 minus of this angle. That is why we are getting in positive. Otherwise if you see, the current across all this is same, and the angle is also. That is why we have taken 3 rotations, so that it will take the current this way only. For that we have taken the 3 rotations. Now delete it, delete all this one. Now this is the AC analysis we have done, but we want to calculate the voltage across this one and voltage across this one. For that what we are going to do, we can do here also, but we are going to simulate with the giving the current. Now cut it. Now here remove this AC amplitude. Now we are going exact curve that we are going to give it. It is around 220 volt and frequency of 50 Hertz. This is we have given. And now in simulated, go to edit simulate, go to transient. Now we are going to transient. Now give 100 millisecond and start external supply voltage is 0. OK, and then if you give this command will be inactivated. See, dot and comma has come here, so this command got deactivated. Now run this one. Now if you check the voltage over here, now after this is the voltage that we got. Now what voltage we are given? It is around 220 volt. See, it is around 220 volt. Now if we need to calculate the current, see, direction of current is this way, here also this way, here also this way, but here it is opposite. Now we are taking the direction of current this way. Now this is your current, voltage and current. Now if you want to measure what is the current, put your cursor over here. Now the maximum value is it is around 6.01. This is your maximum value. Now if you check this one, this is the maximum value that we have calculated. It was around 5.96. Now if you want to check the voltage, now go over here. Now check the voltage of here. Now it is around 19.8. Now if you move a bit, now it will be showing around somewhere. Now it is your voltage. Now we need to calculate the volt ampere, means VA. For that I am going to multiply V with, just click here, give multiplication sign, and we are multiplying with IR1. This is IR1 and give it with some different color. This is the color that we are going to plot. This is your power, volt ampere, we are going to get it. This is your power. Now we are going to calculate the maximum value. Now for that, click twice. This is the second measurement will come, and we are going to calculate between maximum and minimum. This is the maximum and this is your minimum. Now it is showing the first value. Now if you see, the first value is 985 and the minimum value is minus 334. Now if you see, this value is, it is around 334, and this maximum value, it is around 985. This value, it is around 985. If you subtract, if you want to take peak to peak, now here simulator has calculated around cursor 2 minus cursor 1. If I put cursor 1 over here, cursor 2 over here, and take out cursor 1 here, then it will calculate the positive value. Now see, it has taken the positive value. This is cursor 2. Now let me give, this is your cursor 2 and this is your cursor 1. Now this simulator always calculate cursor 2 minus cursor 1. Now cursor 2, it is positive, and cursor 1, it is negative. Now this minus this will going to give you maximum. This is the maximum volt ampere that is being supplied by here. What is that? 1323, something like that, or we can say 1.32, means 1.332 kilowatt it is supply. Exactly by calculation it came around 320, not it is kilowatt, it is volt ampere, because we have just multiplied voltage with current, so it will be a volt ampere, 1320 volt ampere. This is the supply voltage. Now this is the power that is being supplied over here. Now let us delete all this thing. Now again we are going to simulate, and we are going to see the exact power. Now run this one. Now we want to see the real power. For that we will check the voltage across R. This is the how we take, first click and drop here, it will give you voltage across R, and this will give you current across R. Now this is voltage across R and this is IR1. Now let us calculate the active power that we have given. Now again left click, multiply with IR1. This is I, keep the bracket, R1, and put it in different color. This is different color. Now this will give you the active power. Now the active power, if you calculate, now just click twice. Now get over here and cursor to here. The maximum that we are going to get, now this is the difference that we are going to get, it is 723. Now if you check, this is the cursor to information, it is around, if you check it is around 3.11 watt, and it is around cursor 2 is around 726. This is your cursor 2, it is showing around 726, and cursor 1 it is showing 1.33. Now this has been subtracted, and if you see here, we are going to get, this is the actual active power that has been supplied, it is around 723, and the calculated value that we got, it is 713. It is approx the same. This is how we calculate the active value. And if you see the voltage across, now we have not calculated the voltage across resistance. Initially it was there. Now let us again calculate the voltage. Now let us delete all this one. Now if you want to calculate the voltage, now we have not seen that voltage. Now run again, put your cursor here once, take it here and drop over here, it will give VR. Now if you see the voltage, it will be around 220 only. It is now it is around 120 volt that has been voltage across the VR, it is 120 volt, and this is around, and if you click twice, the maximum to maximum it is going to come around 234. This is the voltage across the, it is the voltage, maximum voltage across the resistance, and this is your minimum. And if you want to calculate, this is, see the minus, it is coming. If you want to see here, keep here and put your cursor here, that will also give you around 2 minus 230. So maximum value it is around 120 volt. Now let us calculate the voltage across inductor. This is all the maximum value. Now again run it, put your cursor here, and here it will give the voltage across the inductor. Now if you want to calculate the voltage across the inductor, now again click this one, this will give 2. Now this is 1 minus 2, it will be coming in minus, it is around, now voltage around the inductor, it is coming around 378. This is the maximum value you are going to get. Now if you divide this maximum value by 2, 732 by 2, now I am dividing by 732 by 2, it is coming around 366. Now this is the, and calculated value is around 377. It is approximately same. Now if you want to, this is the voltage across this one, and what is the current across this one, it will be around 6 ampere. This is the 6 ampere, it is current is coming around 3.5. see what is that current, it is around 6 ampere we are going to get, because the current will be same. Now if I multiply voltage with the current, then what we are going to get, let us multiply, that will give the reactive power, I R1. Now I have multiplied this one. Now this is your reactive power. Now let us calculate the, what is the reactive power. Now let us zoom to fit. This is all the maximum value we are calculating. Now this is your cursor 1, here 1.0 kilowatt, and if you take the cursor minus 1, it is minus 2.0 kilo. This is the kVAR, because this is your reactive power. The power that we have calculated across R, the power that we have, it was kilowatt, and now this is your kVr. It is around, see, just go with the magnitude because it is subtracting cursor 2 minus cursor 1. It is around 2.08, and if you see the here the power of this one. Now let us again simulate. Now cut again. If we simulate the voltage across here, this one, and current here, now multiply this one. If you want to calculate the voltage, now just by clicking here and measuring this voltage, the maximum voltage is 178, and now this is your now voltage we are calculating. This is your cursor 2 and this is your cursor 1. This comes around minus 356, or if you take exact, now it is around 356. Now if you take the average, just divided by 2, it is around 172.8, and calculated is 192. Now this variation is coming because we have taken the time duration 100 millisecond. If you run more than 100 millisecond, this will be approximately same. That is why this variation is coming. Now if I multiply this with the IC1, IC1, this is going to give me the power. This is your kVAr. Now this is your zoom to fit. Now take here, this is your minimum value and this is your maximum value. It is around 1.02. So kVr by this one is, now if I see the value kVr, it is, for this it was 2.08, now it is 1.025. This is the reactive power consumed by this one, the reactive power consumed by capacitance. It means overall it will be lagging because lagging power is more than the leading power. That's why initially we got the lagging power factor of 0.54. So this is all about your series RLC. Now delete this one. Now again what we are going to see the simulation, that now we are going to see the voltage pattern. Now if you see the voltage across resistance is this one. Now if I see voltage across inductor, now see the voltage across inductor is this one. Now certainly it is lagging. Now if you see the voltage across capacitor, it is leading. Now see the voltage across, now if I see, suppose this is your voltage across resistance, because V1 minus, this is the green one is voltage across. Now from here if I start, take, and then from here we can understand which is leading and which is lagging. This is your VR and this is your V, and this is your VL and this is your VC. Now if you see here, it is 0, it is some value and it is minimum. Which is leading? The voltage across inductor is leading and voltage across capacitor is lagging, and this is the voltage across your resistance. Now if I put the current, then now if I plot the current, now this is your current. Now this is your current. Now let me delete all these things first. Now here I am drawing one line. This is current and this voltage will be in phase. This is in phase. So voltage and current will be in phase with R. Now from here it got clear. Now if you see the inductor capacitance, the current always leads here. Now if I plot the curve here, now current is leading. This is the current leading with your capacitance voltage. Now current is dealing with the capacitance voltage. Now if you see for the inductor case, now this is your inductor voltage, then this is your inductor, now this is your inductor, blue one is your inductor, and if I start from here, if I take this way, now if you see the current is lagging. Now let me draw with the different color. Now if I take the inductor, this is your inductor, and this is the starting point of current. So inductor is lagging. So here we have seen the inductor lags in current in the inductor lags, and the current in the capacitor leads, and current across the voltage is same. So this is all about the RLC circuit. Moreover, from here also we can find out the power factor that we will see in the